Hi there, it's Charley Barnes again. I'm going to read another poem for you today, but I'm going to cheat a little bit with this one because I didn't actually write it in my laureate year. I wrote it a little bit before that, but it is taken from a book that came out in my laureate year, so that might be a loophole, I'm not sure. So in September 2019, I published a poetry pamphlet called Body Talk, which came out with Picaroon Poetry, and it deals with eating disorders and body dysmorphic disorder and how we're not always as kind to our bodies as we could be. And one of my favourite poems in that pamphlet is the very last one, which is what I'm going to share with you today. So this is called Epilogue. My belly is a swollen map of bad decisions and dead-end relationships. A new road or river stretched in every time I ate my feelings. The skin around my stomach cost £120. I use it to store and carry shame, embarrassment, and sometimes, even now, comfort food. My favourite part of not being fat anymore is rejecting the men who couldn't love me when I was. My least favourite part of not being fat is looking in the mirror and seeing fat where there is none. Seeing a body that takes up too much space in a world that has conditioned me to be as small, as insignificant, as palatable as possible to a patriarchy that teaches fat and pretty as mutually exclusive. If I could, I would use these loose-skinned arms to launch myself from the top of those gloriously golden McDonald's double arches and fly away from the stigma that tells me anything that isn't green must taste like guilt with a low-fat dressing. Because when someone sits down to write your eulogy, they will not care how much butter you did or did not put on your crumpets.